Hey everybody, welcome back to another Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Cardwell.
And we're back today to showcase another Wonder deck for Force Will Wanderer. And it's a super fun deck that got to play, and it got third, I do believe, in our Wonder tournament in town. It is from Trevor. He made it, and it's his deck that he likes to play. And it was funny when he first showed it, and then now it's just gotten better since then. And it actually has a lot of, like, it's got one card that's a little odd, but once you see it used, you're like, wow, that card's actually got a lot of viability in this, and it's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get into it, guys, we're just going to remind you that we do have a Patreon. The link is down below. Go check it out. It just takes $1 to give us some love and support. We greatly appreciate it. And in our Patreon, you'll find access to our Discord and all of our content early. All kinds of fun stuff there, too.
And also to remind you that we do have a actually deck builder app for Force Will. It's called FOW Grimoire. It's on Apple and Android. You can go ahead and download the free version and make yourself 2 new decks. And with the new set coming out, it should be pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. So this deck is called Wandering Wonders. And it's all about the Wanderer, like, creature type.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a tribal deck. And you're like, I don't know if that's good. But then you realize that there's pretty busted Wanderers. And you're like, okay, maybe it is.
Sure, why not?
So, we're playing one of the new Order rulers because it's much better with him because he's like, hey, this dude's uncounterable. Like, that's really the main draw for the new Order rulers is it makes one dude uncounterable, unchaseable.
What you need to happen.
Yeah, so it forces that creature into play, and your deck is all about having creatures in play. And so all you have to do after that is worry about a Laurite. So, it is what it is, but it's still worth every bit.
Exactly.
So, our boy Odin is the ruler we're playing. So, he is white, black, and green. He is the villains, and you cannot play Tails, and then Revolution Order pays 0. He flips when you order a dude. And then it's the Faith command, Force command Faith. So enter, search your deck for a light card and put it into your graveyard. If you do, shuffle your deck, and then the ordered card gets +X, where X is its total cost. And you can call a stone still tapped, and so forth, so on. We're just doing that to be able to search up cards and put them in the graveyard like you need so you get extra value out of that. And we have ways to deal with that later on as we get through it.
And our first one is, first wonder of the deck is Misteltein, Dark Sword Saint. Hey, I bet you didn't even know she was one.
Yeah.
That's 1 white 4/4, Villains Pierce. Non-will activated abilities of J Resonators cannot be played. It's just super strong in general. Yeah, the Revolution prevent all damage that would be dealt to this card, just at all. And at the end of your turn, recover this card. You can also discard a card, put X11 counters on this card where X is the total number of cost discarded this way. Draw a card. Only play this on your turn and once per turn because it's just super strong. So you swing with no remorse at all times and you get to untap to block at all times. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, Misteltein is disgusting because she A, shuts off your opponent, and then B, if you keep discarding to her, she gets out of hand really quickly because you're just like, I'm bigger than you can deal with.
And she has Pierce, so that's just whatever. You just keep swinging.
Next is our boy Laurite because he has to be there. He's not a wonder, but he has to be there. He is 1 green for 1/2 quick cast. When he enters the field, cancel target activate or automatic ability your opponent controls. So you have to have it. He's one of those necessary evils of the game right now, and he's definitely needed in the deck.
It's just too strong to not to. It's, next one is Dark Alice and Mahat. It is a fairy tale, but it's black, white, 6/6 villains. So much tiny rules on here. If your starting ruler is Alice, which we don't have to worry all about that part, but it has the enter, look at your opponent's hand, choose a Resonator from them, among them, remove them from the game, and with the Revolution, which you will be doing, has another enter. If you don't control a Darkness Regalia token, put one in the play, and then look at your opponent's hand, choose a non-Resonator card among them from the game, and then Darkness Regalias gain tap. Target J Resonator gains -6/6 until end of turn. Also not a wonder, but still extremely strong and just gets rid of cards.
Being able to have an uncounterable discard too is really strong.
Yeah, and a potential kill your dude.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, she literally gives you like 3 cards for 1, which is insanely strong. The next wonder we have, which is kind of gross, is Pricia, Seeker of Friends, and then it is a split card of Pricia's Big Show. So Pricia is a green and 1 for 7/7. Quick cast, enter, search your deck for Resonator total cost X or less, where X is the number of times you've played Pricia's Big Show. And then Pricia's Big Show is 1 green, quick cast 4/C2, put this card into his owner's hand as it resolves.
Ridiculous.
So
Super
literally
strong.
you just keep doing that when you get a chance because you're kind of playing like a control deck in a way. You're more of like a tempo deck in this deck. And you're just doing a lot of things with wonders. And since it is a wonder, it makes your life simpler. And we'll get to that when you get to that point later.
Yep, and as always, a good old combo is Pricia and the Laurite because why not? When you need it, you need it. Next one is Alice, Dimensional Traveler. It's a 1 blue and 2. It's a 5/5. It is a wonder, and while you are searching your deck, you may play this card from your deck. If this card would be put in the graveyard from your field, put it on the bottom of its owner's deck instead. So therefore, you can discard it through their stuff and without any worry, put it in the deck, and then go search for it and play it.
Yeah, so when you're using Pricia to search for another dude, you can literally play this card from the deck.
Yep.
So you're like, cool, get a free dude.
Just get a free one.
Well, not a free dude, but you gotta pay for it. You know what I mean. Next wonder we have is Systema, the Returnee of Hatred. He's 2 black and 1 for a 7/6 flying. Enter, your opponent loses 500 life. If you have runes, we don't play runes, that doesn't matter. So enter, your opponent loses 5. And then pay 400 life, draw a card, play this ability during your turn, only once per turn. And pay 10,000 life, your opponent loses 5, play this ability during your turn, and only once per turn.
So good.
So again, we have a really good Wanderer that literally gets to win you the game, because this dude literally says we played till you're at 10 now. And then that's it.
Yep.
Because when I come into play, you lose 5, and then I make you die.
And then dead. As simple as that.
Super strong.
Extremely love it, love her, it's all good. Next one is, of course, Gil Lapis, Wonder of Maddening. Power, it's a black, white, and 1, 6, 7. Will of Despair, but he is a wonder. Precision, when this card enters the field, search your deck for a light or darkness chant from total cost 1 or total cost 1, reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Effects of chance you control cannot cause you to lose life. Damage cause life to reduce, not loss of life. And this card also gets +1/+1 for each other resonator with Will of Despair you control. So you have more of these, it gets bigger, but be able to search for the 1-drop and also play your Alice is really good.
That's why he's here. And he's a wonder. It's pretty strong.
Yep.
We are playing Darkness, so you're playing Liquid Corruption because it's literally the best 1-drop spell in the game for Darkness right now. I do believe. That's my personal thought and about it, and it's just insanely strong. 1 black, look at your opponent's hand, choose a card, total cost 4 less, they discard it. If this card is awakened, you can choose it 5 and over as well. And you awaken it for black and 1. Most of the time, you're going to just pay 1 and get any card in their hand, because right now, 4 and under is pretty much every card.
Yeah, exactly. And to be able to do it turn 1, destroy their whatever their plan is for the rest of the game, is pretty simple. Odin enters the Game of Gods. It's a 1-drop chant. Quick cast, choose 1, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 of them in your hand, put 1 in the graveyard, and 1 in the removed from the game. Put X11 counters on the target J resonator you control, where X is the total highest costs of your entities you control. And of course, you're going to have faith because you are playing Odin. Destroy up to 1 target non-magic stone entity with total cost X or less, where X is the highest total cost among entities you control. That's also 2 for 1 right there.
Yeah, so you're getting a whole lot of value out of this card for any of the modes. Most of the time, you're going to use this to draw cards because it literally puts 1 in your hand and puts 1 in the graveyard to set you up for later.
Yep. And the fact that you can just kill a Merca thing real quick.
So, one of the best cards also that you can search for with the Gill, so you can get Look at Corruption for his 1, and then you can go get this one as well, Flourishing Hope. 1 white, quick cast, target J resonator gains. This card cannot be destroyed until the end of turn, then remove this card inverted from the game.
One of our old-time favorites.
Yeah, and it turns into Burgeoning Despair. So 1 black and 2, quick cast, play this card only from your removed area, target player banishes 2 resonators. This card is super strong just because it when you go get it with Gil, you're like, cool, my dude gets Eternal, so don't kill him, and then I get to kill your things whenever I get a chance to.
Yep. Next one is Interdimensional Space. It is 2 green addition. So here's where it gets all the fun times. You may pay 1 less to do Judgment of Wonder J Rulers. You may pay 1 less to play Wonder Resonators, but Wonder J Resonators you control get +4/+4. Super awesome.
So remember all those dudes that we said were Wanderers, like Misteltein? She's already getting a +4 from this.
Yep.
Or you can play Astema for 2 mana. Or if you have multiple of these, you play the Alice for 1 blue from your deck, and you're just like, cool, I play her as I'm searching.
And then I have a bunch of Alice's +8/+8.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's pretty gross how much that enchantment can get up there. And that enchantment is it can be put in the graveyard with the Odin into this Game of the Gods, so you can get it back with another card later.
Yep.
Next, we have number 13, Anti-Magic, which is a white and a green chant, quick cast, cancel target spell. Seal 4, you pay white less. Seal 7, you pay green less.
Just good.
It's another good counterspell that's probably one of the staples that you kind of need. With as many order rulers running around, it may drop a little bit in number, but it's still probably a necessary thing.
Yeah. The next one is Duet of Light. It's 2 white. Choose one, you may choose an additional 1 for each recovered J ruler you control. You can gain 2,000 life, which is nothing to scoff at. Put target non-magic stone, non-enchant card, or alternative card with total cost 3 or less from the graveyard in the field. And you may only put a non-enchant part of the alternative card in the field, which gets your Wanderer edition. And then put 4 1 counters on each J-Resonator you control, if you need to.
So you're gonna probably have two you have your ruler untapped, so you pretty much are gonna be able to get 2 of these modes, which is really strong in itself. So you get to like gain 2,000 life and put that addition into play. And it's pretty disgusting.
Very, very disgusting.
And then finally we have Arena Expansion Asgard as a one of, because you literally are playing Odin and it's literally free when you order your first dude. So a white, black, and green enchantment, J rulers you control gain drain, and then Force Resonance Faith, when this card is put into the graveyard from your deck, put it into the field. So when you order first, you just go put this in the graveyard and it comes into play, so it's literally just a free enchantment.
And then it's drain.
Yeah, it's a free addition that's like, hey, my Misteltein gains drain because it needs it.
Yeah, I need it for no reason at all.
Super strong. Then we get on to the Magic Stones. So the first one you have is Attoractia's Memoria, which is, it is very good with the Order Rulers in one regard, and then very bad in the same regard.
Yeah.
So on the front side, your ruler is 3 colors, so it's literally a 3-color stone. But when you order, you hit whatever that Resonator is. So if you do it on an Astema, if you order an Astema, then that Memoria only taps for black. So remember that whenever you're ordering, you got to make sure it's what you need it to be.
Yeah, what's in your hand, what you're able to cast, and all that. You might want to float mana before you order.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Next we have Magic Stone of Knowledge, which is produce a green, and then Seal 3, produce any color.
Which is amazing.
And then Magic Stone of the Moonshade, which is produce a moon or pay 2 life, produce any color. So we have multiple ways to get multiple colors because we're playing pretty much a 4-color deck, and you need every color you can possibly get. We don't really sideboard, but we do have honorable mentions, and in this we have a couple really good ones. Which, for those that don't remember this card, this is also a staple of the old format, which was the Final Battle. It is a black and X. You may pay 200 life rather than pay 1 up to X times to play this card. J Resonators your opponent controls get -X/-X. So for every 2 life you pay, it adds 1 mana, essentially.
Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, cool, Gil Lapis, go search up this, pay whatever I need to go get. So
kill all the things, swing with my life, gain creature.
Yeah, this literally allows you to have free kill spell because you, like you said, you have that enchant or that addition on turn 1 from your order, and you're just like, cool, gain free life and then pay life to kill your dudes.
Yeah,
it's
so good.
Pretty good. And then the next card we have for an honorable mention is Evil Elemental Uprising, which is 1 black, quick cast. Remove all cards from target players or from your opponent's graveyard from the game. Players cannot chase this card.
Need it.
It is definitely necessary because graveyards are really strong in Wanderer, and everybody uses them because it's just the best way to do. I mean, it's another part of the game, so you don't want to just miss out on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're using the graveyard, so your opponent's probably going to do it too. So make sure you have a way to do that. Overall, though, this deck is super fun. I watched Trevor pilot this deck, and it's really, really good. It did do really well against the Kaguya ordered Wanderer deck. Kaguya did get there because he top decked Garion because they got into a crazy fight.
Oh yeah.
But it was a wild match to watch. So this is one of the stronger like weird tempo decks. So if you're wanting to play something that's really good but different, check this out. It is definitely something to look into. Thank you guys. The deck list will be down below, and we'll see y'all again next time.
Goodbye.
Later. Make sure you hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to our channel. It would greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure you hit that bell to stay up to date on any of the notifications for our channel. And lastly, make sure you give us all the comments down below, and we'll make sure we get them.
And just to remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to subscribe. But for those Mythic and above Patrons, we like to give you a super thanks, and that would be Ryan and Magic Dragon Games. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
We love you.